So the bar in bar chord means to press down multiple strings with the first finger. We do this to create a movable, almost like a movable nut on the guitar. So today we're going to be looking at the E-shaped bar chord. So why is it called an E-shape? Well, basically just because it's built on an open E major chord. So if I was to take a capo, and I put the capo at the 5th fret, and then I played a standard open E chord shape. Okay, I've actually got an A major chord here, but obviously I'm using, because of the capo being at the 5th fret, I'm using an open E shape. Now I can do the same thing as what the capo provides with my first finger. So if I bar across the 5th fret here, and I do the same kind of shape, then I get my E shape bar chord. And then of course, well, this becomes movable, which means that I can just take this shape and move it to different parts of the neck. So let's take a close-up on the fingers and see what's going on. Okay, so we're going to be playing this bar chord at the 5th fret. The first thing that we need to do is the bar with our first finger. So you're going to put basically you're going to lie your finger over all 6 strings. You want to be as close to the fret as possible and in line with it. And your thumb should just be on just below the middle of the neck. Now, the next step here is to then put our ring finger on fret number 7 on the A string, and then we're going to put our little finger on the 7th fret of the D string. Now, when I'm playing bar chords, I tend to like to have these 2 fingers touching each other and almost working like one big fat finger. I just find it's a bit more stable, especially when you're moving around. And then finally you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to put your middle finger down on the 6th fret of the G string. Now it's really important that you're playing on the tips of your fingers and then you have a nice rounded shape on each finger to make sure that every note speaks clearly. So, okay. So let's do that one more time. So I'm barring all of the strings, pressing all of the strings down. My ring finger is at the 7th fret of the A string, my little finger is at the 7th fret of the D string, and my middle finger is on the 6th fret of the G string, and nice rounded shapes playing on the tips of your fingers to get all of the notes to speak clearly. Okay, so I've got a little exercise now that's going to help us explore the E-shaped bar chord through the different positions and learn where the different chords are. So, because it's an E shape, it means that the root note is on the bottom E string. So wherever we put our first finger and make the shape, will give us the chord that we want to play. So the first thing you need to be able to do is to recognise and know the notes that are on the bottom E string. So, we have the open E. On the 1st fret we have an F. On the 3rd fret a G. 5th fret an A. 7th fret a B. 8th fret a C, 10th fret a D, and then at the 12th fret we're back to E again. So what you can practice doing is playing your E shape at each of those points. So you have the open E, F, G, A, B, C, D, and back to E. So we've learned the major shape, now let's learn the minor shape. So it's really easy basically, just like you do with an open E chord. Got an open E, if you want to turn that into E minor, you basically just take off the first finger. Okay, so you do pretty much exactly the same thing. So I'm playing at the 5th fret, I've got an A chord, my A major chord. What I'm going to do is take away my middle finger, and that gives me the minor chord. So now you can go through the same exercise that we did previously with the major and do it with minor. So we have E minor, F minor, G minor, A minor, B minor, C minor, D minor, and then down to E minor. So I really hope this video has helped you in your quest to start learning bar chords. If you're still having any problems with getting the notes to speak out, I go into a little bit more detail of the left hand in my video 3 tips to play perfect bar chords every time, which I will post a link to in the description. Please remember, if you can, give us a like, give us a sub, it will all help, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.